This artifact is a corkboard designed to encourage children to learn and interact in different settings. The corkboard presents one main lesson for students, and that is everyone is different, but we learn together. This artifact is designed to firstly spark interest in the children, and then encourage them to learn together in a number of different ways. As seen here, the corkboard has a number of different activities. Water the school garden, or find out 5 things you don't know about your partner. This artifact will help to have all students included in the classroom as established as a democratic learning environment. The sentence seen at the bottom of the corkboard, everyone is different but we learn together, is the main theme of the artifact. Although there are a number of activities on the board, these are not designed to be used during the primary implementation of the board. When the children first sees the board, it is simply meant to encourage them to open their eyes to their classroom as being an inclusive learning environment, and that as students they can learn together as a team and not just as individuals. It also encourages students to feel a sense of belonging to their classroom and their peers. Students being exposed to different environments and working through them with other students helps students in a number of ways. Just a few of these are building a sense of community and belonging, opening communication between students that wouldn't often communicate, and enhancing social participation. In a classroom, the need for an inclusive and democratic environment is vital to a student's learning. The reason I have designed my artifact like this is because it outlines the importance of various learning pathways and the importance that they play in an individual student's learning. According to Alexis, learning is most effective when students are treated as individuals and according to their own learning strategies, approaches, and capabilities. My artifact helps students to do this in 2 ways. Firstly, the quote down the bottom helps students to understand that everyone in their class is an individual. And secondly, the activities, when done in small groups or pairs, will help students to realize that each individual learns differently. Creating various pathways for students to learn is vital. This is done using the artifact, as students are presented with opportunities to learn, communicate, and socialize in numerous ways. Often in classrooms, teachers link students' behavior to ability. Tomlinson and Inbo argue that students that often respond to teacher directions aptly are more often seen as brighter and are therefore taught in a more orderly fashion. I believe that this artifact gives students that are often left on the sidelines a chance to be involved more in the classroom. This links directly to helping students build the classroom into a democratic and supportive environment where all abilities and learning strategies are valued. As mentioned earlier, this artifact assists students in, firstly, building a sense of community and belonging. Secondly, opening communication between students. And thirdly, enhancing social participation. The way the artifact does this is through cooperative learning. Riker discusses the importance that cooperative learning has in the building of an inclusive learning environment and classroom. Although the activities that will stem from my artifact are not solely academic based, Riker notions that any group activities where students of varying abilities work or participate together for a common goal will build students to believe that they are valued and supported members of the classroom. In relation to building a classroom as a democratic learning environment, Schatz, Batish, and Solomon state that these sort of situations build relationships not just between students, but also between students and teachers. The way this corkboard would be utilised would be by encouraging students to use it as a goal-orientated activities. In summary, the key element of inclusive education that is communicated through this artifact is the inclusion of all children in the learning environment and establishing the classroom as a democratic learning community. The way this is done is by assisting students to build a sense of belonging, open communication between students that wouldn't normally interact, and enhancing social participation. Thank you.